So now that we have our tables, what we need to do is give them more fields so they can store more information and be more useful to us, right? So what we're going to do now is create new fields in the categories table. So we already have the title field. This is always created, and I'm already going to populate here. So there's, for example, gas, there's food, and there's, for example, hotel. So those are categories for reimbursement, right? And if I think about it, I only need two more types of information for the process that we're building, which is what's the maximum amount that I'm going to allow reimbursements to be for that given category, and who is the person that has the power to approve that specific request. So for the first field, I'm going to click here on this plus icon, and this is going to bring me this panel, and then I can create fields. So for max amount, I'm going to use the currency field, which is a numeric field. So it's a number, but it's also formatted for a specific currency. So I'm going to call this max amount, and I'm going to make it dollars, and I'm going to create. And for the approver, the person with the power to approve a specific request, I'm going to use the users field. And in this case, I'm not going to use multiple users because only one person is going to be able to approve, but I could have it so it's more than one person. It's totally up to you. It's optional here. So I'm going to call this approver. There you go. So I'm already going to populate some of these fields, right? So I'm going to go with 100 for gas, like 50 for food, and 150 for hotel. And I'm going to put myself as the approver for all of this. There you go. So it's all populated. And for the next part, we're going to go to the requests table. So I'm going to click on this magnifying glass. You can see that it allows me to jump to other tables inside Jestor or other apps, and I'm going to go to requests. So now I'm going to do the same thing. So there's already a title. I'm going to put a field for description, and it's going to be a rich text field, which allows for more text and formatting. I'm going to putting another currency field for amount, so the amount that I'm asking to be reimbursed. I'm going to add a files field, and I'm going to call it attachments actually. And for the stages of a request, so new request, approved, denied, I'm not going to make people type in. That's a bad practice. I want specific options that they just have to select. So I'm going to use the single option field. So for stage, there's new request, approved, and denied. And I can change the colors, right? So here's new, approved, it's approved is green, and denied is a light red. There you go. Now the only field left is the category field. So you can probably remember that I have this table with specific categories, right? And we're going to use here a connection of n to 1, so I can select one of these categories. So I'm going to give it a name, select categories, and I can also give an icon here. I'm going to get the same one that I've used before. There you go. So now you guys can see that I can select one of the options from here, and because this is a connection, each time that I create a new category, it's going to be selectable here. If I change the name, it's not going to break the link, right? And also all the information that I have here, max amount approver, is accessible through the requests table. But for now, that's all the structure that I'm going to need. So we can move on to the next step.